got the do I got the green screen activated on this? I gotta see how it's doing. Oh, you can make it short now. Wow, that's new. What's this shit? Okay, so it's all the thing on here is color. The icons have changed. So I wanted to see what was going on with that. So that's dope. So you could create. Oh wow! Everybody, welcome to the channel. This your boy. What's my name? Yusef Two Times. I appreciate y'all coming over here checking us out. We are doing a podcast tonight. In this particular podcast, we're talking about Black Thought and all his craziness and what he's talking about Jay-Z not being better than Black Thought. As in Black Thought, the guy who is with the Roots, and being with the Roots, that make him a legendary kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? He's like really effective and efficient. I'm gonna try to go with my microphone today too. I'm gonna try that out today. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all having a great day. And when you find a podcast, you come in here and have a good time with me. I hope this could work out though. So I'm gonna try to like. Should I try to? Let's just try it for a couple of minutes to see how this mic works. See if it'll give us what we asking for. Yeah, so Will I Am is the guy from Black Eyed Peas, and he crazy legendary, crazy talented. Like the dude been grinding for a long time, and he got a nice name recognition out there. But what he's saying about Jay Z is kind of blasphemous, and it's not like lyrics is one thing, and saying things and having content like that, lyrical content, that's one thing. But then there's a lot more that come with being a rapper, and it's a lot more like image. It's a lot more like what people see when they see you, and I think that that's what he get a little misconstrued because where Jay Z is a legend, Jay Z also got what I'm saying. Uh, he got an image, and the image is much more stronger than Black Thought as far as being a writer and an artist. So let me let y'all see what Will I Am got to say, and let's go with it.
A trillion times better than Jay Z.
A trillion?
Trillion.
What's your logic behind that?
Seeing Black Thought is capable is a trillion times better than Jay Z. Thought is a trillion times better.
I can't get.
Black Thought is a trillion times better than Jay Z.
A trillion?
Trillion.
What's your logic behind that?
Seeing Black Thought, what he's capable of, just off the top. And yeah, Jay's off the top is dope too. Jay's dope. Don't get me wrong.
No.
But Jay's already said everything that he's just regurgitating everything he's already said, including other rappers.
Mm-hmm.
When everything that Black Thought comes up with is like, wait, I never heard that one. Wow, you split that word up like that? And that's just my preference. That's just me.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of people that be like, what the fuck you know about hip-hop, Will I Am? I don't give a fuck what you think. I just know what I think and what I in my head, top 5 MCs. It's always Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Jay. I'm like, KRS, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Nas, Black Thought.
That's a nice
Top
five.
five.
Yeah, that's a nice five.
Fairmont.
Yeah.
There's another one like,
Yeah.
what is that cadence? Like unheard of.
Yeah.
And yes, Jay-Z's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking away from his brilliance. I just don't think he's better than Black Thought. I'd like to see a battle. I like to see the next battle. And if they don't want to battle in person, someone is going to get an AI simulator
Mm-hmm.
that takes all their body of work, and all their concerts and flows, and you'll see exactly who's doper. And
Well, there you go, right there. That's like a breakdown, an early breakdown of what he got to say. And man, I've been fucking with Black Thought for mad years. That boy crazy talented. Black Thought, one of them guys that really know what he doing when it come to rapping. He crazy good. You know what I'm saying? So, and I remember like he had a song called like Concerto or something about a concerto back in the day. It was a music video. He was solo in it as far as rapping. He went crazy on that song. He's one of the dopest rappers in the world. And if anybody don't know, Black Thought was on the Tonight Show with Jay Fallon, freestyling every day, every single day. That was his job. He wasn't rapping. He wasn't rapping a verse. He wasn't rapping written lines. His job, since to be on the show, was just to freestyle. So that who could do a freestyle for 5 years, 7 years, however long? They probably still on that show right now if it's still going. Who could do that? You know what I'm saying? That's not easy to do. To freestyle every fucking day at your job. And it's on national TV. It's not even like hidden, that you and your homies are in the background or you ain't a big time artist no more. This dude freestyle every single fucking day for a job. I mean, who could do that? You know what I'm saying? So when the person say is Black Thought one of the coldest rappers, hell fucking yeah, he's beyond one of the dopest rappers. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk about Jay-Z, Jay-Z, come on, it's too many people that rhyme for you to mention Jay-Z. Jay-Z, come on, dude, listen to me. No way could Black Thought put the lyrical formation that Jay-Z do with rhymes. It's not even question. It's not even a conversation. What's up? The real art of music and El Hodge was popping. He's definitely the best freestyle I've ever heard. He is. He next level. I mean, next level freestyle and doing it on a professional level on TV. Who the fuck is doing that? Not too many people. But when you talk about Jay-Z, Jay-Z, dude, this dude make rhymes. He talked about his father not being in his life. He talked about growing up in Marcy. He just basically took us through 10 years of his life of on record music came out in the wintertime. Come on, you can't deny that with a person that can rhyme good or freestyle great. That's cold and that's dope. But Jay also gave us the image. He gave us the swag. He gave us the ideology. He gave us the transition from rags to riches. It's too much. He's too much. He just gave too much. And the Art of Music said, bro was smoking on some jealousy before he said that. I wouldn't doubt it because Will.i.am is a co-artist himself, but he ain't necessarily accepted in the rap game. He's more of a pop artist and all that. He accept that. He don't mind being known as like something. But dude, when you talk about rhyming and rapping, you cannot put Jay-Z. It's basically what they said. You can't put no disrespect on his name. I'm sorry. No disrespect on Jay-Z name. You can't. Because if you ever take the time to listen to his music, that's the pinnacle of rap songs. That's what rap had become. It basically took a ride to that point. Now you could say somebody like Lil Wayne took it from there, maybe Chief Keef took it from there, maybe Kendrick took it from there, but it literally took a trajectory from when you talk about Biggie and Tupac and Jason took the baton all the way to where we are today. And that's just what it is. Bill Cosby said, I remember he tried to discredit Tupac and Biggie. See, so you know, I think he's more clickbaity. He's more clickbaity, knowing that he want to put his name into the realm. He might be coming out with something. Because Will.i.am is extremely smart. Come on, this dude is not like music only. He got ventures, water. He do charity shit. Remember, he get next level on a pop game. So he's not like an artist like the normal rapper or a rapper from the hood and all that. He didn't even get accepted from the hood when he was rhyming like that. He was from a crazy hood, South Central in the hood, like L.A. So he grew up in the hood, but he was like, no, I want to do something different. And that's what he did. He succeeded at it. But when you talk about jumping into the lane of rap and rhymes, yeah, somebody like Will.i.am is an amazing rapper. But can he mess with Jay-Z? Man, stop playing, man. This is not even a conversation. It's just not. But let's get to the next conversation real quick. Bill Cosby said, maybe he relates to the native tongue family tree. Yeah. He does probably kind of swag like that. But I tell you, he even better. Now I'm going to say better. He had more of a push than him because he did pop music with the Fergie and all of them. That's different level. He had a white girl with him. Come on, nobody in the hip hop history has had a white girl rapping with him. You know, they might have dated a white girl, but nobody in rapping history has had a white girl actually rapping with them. And they used to have a black girl. They used to have a black girl with them, and then they not with the black girl no more. They shifted to a black girl, a white girl, and then obviously you went to the trajectory you went to. Okay, fine, but you can't jump ship from there and then start telling us what's happening on our planet hip hop. Dude, you sound crazy. All right, that's enough. Let me get to the next conversation on it. Let's go. And hit the like button, share the message. Welcome to it. I'm your boy Yusef Two Times. This is my channel. Let's go.
Says that Black Thought is 1 trillion times better than Jay-Z.
Black Thought is a trillion times better than Jay-Z.
That's it. That's the song. That was the song I was just talking about. Then look, somebody played it. That was his baddest motherfucking song right there. I'm telling y'all. I can't remember what the word, but I remember the word concerto. That's in the actual title. If you put that, man, I'm talking about this what put him on. No, actually, I don't even think that was it. That wasn't even a song. That was some shit with one of them singing chicks. Nah, that ain't the song. The song I'm talking about even colder than that. Cause I remember that's some singing chick beat that I was just playing. But you gotta hear Black Thought, man. He really is one of them boys out there. Let's get back to it.
Was together on the block since we lunch. We should have been together having 4 seasons brunch. You never gonna hear a rapper say Coldplay's a million times better than Black Eyed Peas. They put that out there, and that's the reason that hip hop is hanging on a string, because they've been making everybody go.
I gotta cut that because they keep playing his beat, and I don't want them to tweak on my channel about playing that music in the background. Because fair use. You gotta do all this technical stuff with YouTube. But back to the conversation. You got Jada Kiss, and I know he said that the guy's smoking crack, talking about Jay-Z is next level. Jay-Z is on the level of Black Thought. We never would have think nothing like that when you was even in the coming up in the rap industry, like as a younger guy. Somebody like KRS-One, you wouldn't really compare him to LL Cool J. You wouldn't really compare KRS-One to Scarface. You wouldn't really compare KRS-One to like Luke in fucking Miami. It just, they had different lanes, and each one of their lanes, they were captains in their lanes. And you gotta still look at it like that. You could say, I could say it is exactly the truth. Black Thought was more like a backpack rapper, more like a jazz style rapper, more like a conscious style rapper. That's why it's in his title of his name, Black Thought. So that's what will come from him when he's speaking in hip hop. That's what made it such a dope idea for him to exist, because he was going to say, yeah, it used to be black music in the game, and that's leaving. But when I spit, it's going to be Black Thought. And that was like, oh shit, that's a cold ass title. Because you remember names meant something. Like having a rap name, that actually meant something. Your name meant something at that time. It probably still do now for younger people, but at that time it really did. So now that you talk about Jay-Z, it had nothing to do with blackness. He wasn't talking about black power and all that. He spit lines like that in his rhymes, but he really talking about where he from. The J line, the Z line, and the trains, the Marcy projects. He's describing a section in the world where he existed. Whereas Black Thought, it may be talking more like the black consciousness and the black realm of us and the black people in America. So it's two different things. It's not necessarily that they're competing because they rappers, or they competing because they both come from New York. They got two different lanes that they run in, and those two lanes are both magnificently ran effectively by them. So it's kind of crazy to say, yeah, this one gonna battle this one. It's like, or they can compete with each other. Like, it's not even the same thing. I think Jay-Z like even older than him, like a little bit. Like Jay-Z not even the same age as him. You know what I'm saying? So American Made Soldier said, and white people, slow y'all down. We say, how old are you? Well, I know you ain't asking me how old I am, nigga. I'm older than you. Let's know that much. Bill Cosby say he more like rags to riches rapper. Yeah, that's what Jay-Z was in my opinion. And it was dope. It was effective. And I could not say that Black Thought will be any way near no Jay-Z as far as what he gave. I ain't saying Black Thought didn't give. I'm talking about what Jay-Z gave, and what Black Thought gave is light years away, man. Bill Cosby say Black Thought from Philly, though. That's what it was. Yeah, he is from Philly. Matter of fact, you're right. And then another thing about Black Thought, let's really dissect it. Black Thought was in a group. Black Thought is a part of a band. So you got to think about that. Z rhymes of a producer. Somebody comes in there with a track or 12 or 15 tracks. He hear it. He goes off the dome and he make rhymes. You got Black Thought who is hearing the cymbal. He's hearing the drums. He's hearing the guitar dude, the keyboard dude. All of these elements is allowing him to come up with a rhyme. That don't mean he can't rhyme on beats, because he probably started off just rhyming off from regular beats. But his boys that he around every day, when they hook up, they're a band. So they making real fucking music, like actually like a band in the school or a band in a concert. They're not necessarily just putting a track together. It's 40 minutes just to set everything up to get ready to go. Whereas Jay-Z could walk in there and they hit the button and it's like, I'm done. It's over with. I ain't gonna do it twice. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different as far as their approach, their physical approach to rhyming. So that's why I think it's a little bit different where Jay, and then like you said, Philly is a different avenue and location. It's more black there than it is in New York. New York got 30,000 cultures up there. When Philly is black, they're Islamic. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? So let me hear what these guys got to say real quick. Let's go to it.
There's not a city on the planet where Black Thought is a better rapper than Jay-Z.
Alright, so let's tap into this, the internet going crazy about, well, it started with will.i.am saying something to the effects of Black Thought being a way better rapper than Jay-Z. Is that what he said?
That's exactly what he said.
And the internet has been responding to those thoughts.
One, let me preface my statement by saying that Jay-Z is my favorite rapper of all time. All right. But with that being said, you said Will I Am is the one that started all of this?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Will I Am, you can kiss my ass. All right? Because there's not a city on the planet where Black Thought is a better rapper than Jay-Z. See, what I don't like about, hip hop, right? And when we have these kind of debates, right, is that people will say, oh, this person's a better rapper, or, this person's better. Well, if he's better, right, then why hasn't he had the career that Jay-Z has had? Black Thought has not, because there is not.
And that's a really key point. That you can't deny that. I mean, that's why again Jay-Z sacrificed way more. He gave us an image, and whereas Black Thought was with his guys, he didn't mind blending in with the crew and not being up front, not being outgoing, not being the face. He was the rapper, but a lot of people wouldn't even look at him as the face of that group. They would look at the other guy, the fat guy. What's his name? I forgot dude's name. But that's what they would look at as the face. They wouldn't look at Black Thought, even though Black Thought carried the shit out of them. Because imagine, think about how Black Thought power is being a freestyle rapper in a group that they barely got a gang of damn songs that you could call out the title of the songs right now. He carried the shit out of them because don't nobody listen to just drums and fucking groups that play fucking band music unless you at a church. It's not really like you got an album like that in the crib. You're not calling people through and be like, oh, you heard that? Man, they got some new shit, man. And y'all ain't got no rapping on it. They just playing drums and horns and fucking keyboards. Don't nobody listen to shit like that. That's called jazz music, really. But when you come to rapping, he was able to get around them crew of niggas, 5 guys, 9 guys in their group, and keep the fucking rap game in their clique because them niggas is all them niggas. Them niggas like that. Them niggas don't fuck around and rap like that. They probably can rap, but you don't even hear them rapping. They gave that lane to him. So everybody got their spot. I'm on drums. I'm on bass guitar. I'm on this. I'm on that. And everybody got their spot. And he said, I'm on the mic. And but that's not necessarily being a full throttle rapper where it ain't nothing but me and my motherfucking group. He came with a team, but you don't even hear them niggas rhyme with him. They ain't on none of the songs like that doing a whole flow or 16 bars. So, he was basically leading a group of guys versus trying to be a mainstream rapper like Jay. Where Jay was like, nigga, I'm solo. I don't have a group with me. I'm the guy. We know Dame and them, but Dame didn't rap. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is what I'm saying. Jay had put a lot more into it than I'm just going to be behind the scenes with these 9 dudes. So that's why I think Jay is a lot more respected because he put a lot more in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to let this other guy see what he got to say real quick.
DJ Quick or Dr. Dre? Black Thought or Jay-Z? This has been a wild week. Like, quiet as kept because we had so much fun this weekend. We didn't discuss how insane the internet has been in the last 5, 6, 7 days.
I will say this. In regards to the DJ Quick Dr. Dre thing, because I did see somebody tweeted, the Art of Dialogue page tweeted, DJ Quick reacts and agrees with a fan who says he's legendary producer. Everyone thinks Dr. Dre is. So somebody said DJ Quick is actually who everyone thinks Dr. Dre is, and Quick responded with, finally someone had the balls to say it.
I thought Quick and Dre were in a good place now. I know there's been some ups and downs, but I thought everything was all good now.
You can still be in a good place, and just when somebody says something that I think a lot of the industry, a lot of artists, a lot of other producers have known to be true.
But just like on Twitter?
Yeah, but
I felt like you don't do that unless you dislike that person. It wasn't like an interview where we were having a healthy music debate. And Quick was like, yo, I don't think I get my props. Because DJ Quick is a legend and the reason why the West Coast sound even sounds the way it sounds.
And incredibly underrated.
Yeah.
Incredibly underrated. So I think that someone has the balls to say it part was kind of like, okay, you've been waiting for somebody to say that. That's what it feels like. That's what it reads as. Okay, you've been waiting for somebody to finally say what a lot of people behind the scenes have been saying for years and have had conversations about. When you say better, okay.
You cannot say better. You can say a lot of shit, but you can't say better. I can't let that one roll. When you talk about Jay, it's like he's given so much, and then again, what makes Jay-Z stay in the industry this long? I mean, he's a rapper, right? But now you got 20 years then went down the lane, and he still got a career in the game. You know what I'm saying? What makes him the guy who could stand this tall in a rhyme game? It make you, it make you kind of think that. But what Jay's again is what he brings to the game. Jay was able to get with a woman who is a girl, and now he got she's still rapping, which makes him stay in the game longer. She's not rapping, but he got to stay in the game longer because this is woman. You know what I'm saying? So he got her locked down, and she loving him. You know what I'm saying? She loving being that kind of wife for him, where they stay in the music industry. She not even quitting. Where Black Thought is not even in an industry like that. He's never really dated one of those kind of girls that's really like famous, and she stayed locked into the whole I'm gonna be an artist. He maybe got some kind of woman that's in the industry, but you wouldn't know who she was. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of that where you just really wouldn't really know who to trust. You know what I'm saying? In that element, but we can tell off the fact that what everybody's saying is no way Jay-Z is losing to Black Thought as far as rap go. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Let's get back to it. Bill Cosby said, I can say the same with Nas. He's a better rapper, but Jay has a better career. That's what a lot of us have been saying. Philly P. Dot said, good live, brother. Appreciate that. El High say, Dre all day. Yeah, Dre has always been a legend. But I ain't taking nothing from my man's Quick, because Quick, when he put it down, it was extremely big. It was almost like I always look like DJ Quick, like how you see 50 Cent today. Like how 50 Cent was so big, it was such a impact that you just be like, my God, who is this guy? That's the same thing like Quick was. When he dropped, it took over so big you wouldn't even understand it. It was like it was like the 50 Cent thing. It's like this wave came through and it was DJ Quick, and it was all these rumors about him. He was even saying it in his rhymes, like he got robbed and he bought more equipment, and it was like he was 17, was he 18? It was a lot of shit like that. And then, obviously he was so big, but then, time it kind of dwindled down. But that's probably why you just don't know. At that time, he was so big, it was crazy, all in the streets. Everywhere you went, it was by DJ Quick. So, and Dre obviously had the main group. Dre wasn't in a debate like that. That's what's making it so funny that they would kind of equivalent the two. Dre wasn't even in the kind of debate. Dre was like, that's NWA. Like, he's not in a debate with DJ Quick like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, DJ Quick was making his own thing. He was like way younger. He was like way younger, like a different era. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was more like my era. Dre was like a little over my era. You know what I'm saying? So, but I remember he was in my era, but Dre was like a step over. You know what I'm saying? So, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, all of them, they was a little step over. You know what I'm saying? But when Dude came out, that was like my era, exactly. So it was like somebody my age was doing it. And he had all these other niggas that came out with him, Second to None, High C. It wasn't just Quick. It was a bunch of guys he was doing beats for. It was a gang of them came from Cali. They not around like that no more, obviously. But, let's get back to the thing. Oh, I was reading some comments. Let's get back to this. Kenny Mack said, Maul is a joke. This nigga, you like Drake. Answers don't count from him, for real. And then the Art of Music said, Jay got many layers, dude. Jay got many layers, dude. Know how to move. Yup. That's for real. Jeff Friday say, free Diddy. You know it, man. Get Diddy out of there, man. What they doing with Diddy, man? Just Us Black say, Black Thought the hottest singer with his Funk Flex freestyle. Damn. I mean, even though that's crazy, he's still cold, though. He's still cold, because he massively cold. I actually... Black Thought got a new freestyle that's out right now. I forgot what's the title of it, but if you listen to it, man, he go crazy. You just put Black Thought, his 2025 freestyle, that shit dumb. He's standing there by himself. I think he like surrounded by blue color or something, and he just go crazy on that thing, man. That boy, he got the talent, but he can't be compared to Jay-Z as far as the elements that Jay-Z bring. He's like another level. Jay-Z is a whole nother level. Jay-Z fandom is a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bill Cosby said, nah, let him rock. Can't take that away from to the game. Yeah, that's true. Let me get right back to the conversation. Let's see what this dude got to say.
Jada, he's 1 trillion times better than Jay-Z.
That's how he feels. Will you want me to elaborate on how that man feels?
So that's it. You just say that's how he feels. That's that.
Yeah, I came from where you mind your business. I was talking about my business.
Me personally, I let the facts be the facts, and I let the history determine yourself. You had your shot to make hits, to be the biggest in the game.
Facts.
She was a model for a year and a half. I had my shot. We all had our shot at who's the best rapper, who's the biggest rapper in the game. The Roots played and are still playing an integral part of hip hop, right? They also crossed up. They're like JB Smooth, you know. They hooked up with the Jewish white guy, and they got the lick. They in, like, they could do bar mitzvahs and all the white joints.
All I'm gonna tell you is, you never gonna hear a rapper say, "Fucking Coldplay's a million times better than Black Eyed Peas." They put that out there, and that's the reason hip hop is hanging on a string, because they fucking making everybody go against each other.
So Jada, that's really, I see his message. He don't like the whole battle against each other idea, you know. And I could, you know, level with him with that. You know what I'm saying? But people gonna compare and contrast. You know, we got sports. You know, a lot of ways hip hop is going to be looked upon like a sport because everybody going at each other. They can go, and it's been a history of that. So it's going to be hard to just be like, oh man, they going at each other. But at the end of the day, some people are not in the debate. And I think that it's time for Jay to be disconnected from the debate. When we used to talk about top 5, you didn't put Rakim in that. You didn't put KRS-One in that. They were already beyond that level. So you had to talk about the rappers and artists of that time, like whoever was at that time. You might be saying somebody like Cameron, Method Man, at that time. So you're not gonna necessarily say, oh, okay, Big Daddy Kane's still my top guy, because he's not really in the middle of the mix, and he's out that mix. He's already at the top of echelon of where you can get to as an artist and as a rapper. So he can't be in that no more. You know, he done moved on. At that time, he was doing movies and shit, and like kicking it with Madonna. He wasn't doing rap like that. Jay-Z don't necessarily be, and he probably got a million songs, but he not dropping them and hitting you on the email and you getting a text from Apple Music like Jay-Z knew. He's out of the mix. So you can't keep always throwing him in a who hot mix, who cold. That's he done. He been, not saying he finished and he quit, but he get to sit back now. He get to sit back as a 55-year-old man or whatever his age is, and not necessarily be thrown in the debate of, or lose his credential because of the debate. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be able to say, oh yeah, like for instance, the Cubs hadn't won 100 years in baseball, but they did not get commercials. They did not get new players. They did not get the millions of dollars to still people filling up the actual stands, you know, because they still get their credential. You hear, y'all got everything that you're supposed to have, you just didn't win one. But Jay won every single game, nothing he didn't win. He's basically the Jordan of rap. So when do he get that, okay, bet, I can sit back. You know, nobody running up on Jordan at a golf, throwing a basketball at him on a golf course like, yeah, it's my turn now. I'm 28. You got to play me. You got to take this cigarette out of his mouth and shit like, all right, well, find a rim. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to sit back at a certain point. I think that's what Jay-Z is, and he shouldn't be in a debate. Just like when we was coming up and you didn't put those guys in the debate, you had to debate about whoever the rapper was at that time who was hot, or maybe a few steps back, but you couldn't always say, Nas is my top guy. Well, we already know Nas is a top guy. So if you throw him in there, you trumping everybody else on my top 5. You gotta, if we're gonna compare top 5s, you gotta talk about somebody that Nas can't necessarily trump, or at this particular second, because Nas not having nothing out like that. That don't mean he ain't a top 5 still. But in this week or this month, this is what we talking about. So sometimes it's a little misleading with the conversations, and everybody got their own idea about it. But that's just how I feel about it. El Hodgepad said Dre made gangster radio music radio friendly. Yeah, he did. He did do that. You know what I'm saying? And he a legend for that too. But again, if you keep comparing him to whoever the young rapper Hitman or what Hit Squad, whatever the beat dude is today, then Mustard, you know what I'm saying? Because Mustard just did the Super Bowl. That's going to be misleading. You know what I'm saying? Dre got Chronic. That's going to probably knock down 10 albums off Mustard that he can't even equivalent to get to Dre yet. Not that he want to, but I'm just saying it's going to do that. Let this guy talk real quick. We right in the conversation. Hit the like button. Share the message. This your boy Yusef 2 Times. Let's go.
Based on where they're from. I saw that.
So
He said 50 Cent was from the Midwest, he be Nelly. Yeah. That's a resurfaced clip. That's old.
That's old, for real?
That's old, yes.
I thought it was
He said that 50 Cent, he said, nigga, if 50's whole other scale, it's like girl math. It's like rapper math.
Yeah.
You got rapper math. That's the name of the episode. I'm sorry to cut you off. Let him cook.
Let him go.
Yo, rapper math is totally different from everybody else. You just saw Son from the Black Eyed Peas say Black Thought
It's
will
better than
wrap
Jay-Z.
rings around Jay-Z. That's rapper math because he had a whole
You think
reason
so?
why. He said because I saw Black Thought come off the top of the dome. So
So did I, though.
what the fuck? That doesn't make him better than Jay-Z.
But do you think Black Thought is lyrically better than Jay-Z? Lyrically.
And what? How? Based upon what?
Based on lyrics and putting them together and connecting
How
with
did
the...
you say that?
Like, lyrically, I'm Talib Kweli. That's what Jay-Z line. Black Thought is better than Talib Kweli, for sure.
No, what did Jay-Z say that in a line? That
I'm
means
just saying,
that Black Thought is
lyrically,
better.
like putting a bar and a metaphor together to put...
Name me one Black Thought song. Name me a song.
It doesn't matter.
No. Name it. You have to know
It's
song.
a roots. It's roots
No.
songs.
Name one.
Exactly. Put me on the spot.
Exactly.
It's in my phone and pull it up.
You can't say, you can name a Jay-Z song 1,000. You better stop
Because
it with
they're
that.
hits.
You better stop.
Because they're hits. I'm talking about just lyrical content.
Come on, man. You sound like
Some people listen to
you
that
sound
shit.
like Bumblebee saying mad niggas in the street is better rappers than Jay-Z.
I'm not.
You gotta stop.
Listen.
You gotta chill.
A song, you can make better songs than lyrical niggas. I mean,
Let me
that
ask you
song is
something.
good, but some people might not say they're better than these
Do
songs.
you think Jay-Z's watering down his lyrics to push the agenda forward? Because the
Jay-Z
hold
can
on.
rap, man.
Hold
I
on.
mean, it's not
The
a
song
thing.
he had with Dead Prez, whenever I put that song in, everyone is like, what song is that? There's a lot of lyrical B-side shit that has never
does.
hit. Because
It does.
people want to hear the ignorance more than the lyricism. And Jay-Z's smart enough to
Even
identify.
listen to Pound Cake on Drake album.
Yeah.
You gotta stop.
And that's better than everything Black Thought has
I
ever
didn't say
done.
I didn't say everything.
We're giving you
So right there, you can see the debate slapping, going crazy. But at the end of the day, I do not believe that Black Thought can mess with Jay-Z at any level when it comes to rapping. When it comes to freestyling, he probably got a little bit of that, like quick go here and there. But Jay-Z is not necessarily just rapping to freestyle or rapping to actually add lines. Jay-Z is pushing more like he's coming with a thing. You know what I'm saying? He pushing the music video. He bringing a crew with him. Jay-Z actually went to different towns, and then if you think about it, Jay-Z went to Philly and found street dudes. He found Beanie. He found Freeway. He found all them dudes that was down there in their crew, Petey Crack, all the youngsters, and then he even got some youngsters from New York, the Young Guns. He put all them guys into effect as a CEO of a rap company where, like Fat Joe said, everybody had the same time, everybody had the same amount of time to be the best. And everybody agreed that it's Jay. That nobody gonna look at Black Thought and put him nowhere in that because he hasn't given us 10, 15 years of just him. He given us 15 years of a group. They used to do a summer fest. I think in the summer they had Dave Chappelle show up. So you got to think they're making a lot of money off of being connected to a bunch of folks. Like, yeah, we got the Soul Big Toe concert, and every year they do that. And all these artists go to the Soul Big Toe. Okay, that's cool. But it's not like you leading a show at the United Center, you leading a show at this arena. It's Black Thought gonna be there. We showing up to hear you, whatever you offering. If it's all about black stuff, it's about party music, whatever you did. But you got none of that. And anytime he showed up, it's 9 other guys got to set equipment up. They all got to do all this. It's like you can't even be playing with nobody like Jay-Z, man. What are you talking about? The marathon continues respectfully. It's lot big rhymes in Jay-Z music. Well, Jay-Z do what he do. He gave it to us already. So you can look back at it and keep judging it and point at it and say what you want to say today. I mean, it's fine. But at the time, those particular albums was dropping, they had nothing but respect. Coming in the wintertime, and it was like we were waiting, and then it came, and it dropped, and then it went straight to #1. Imagine that. He get number ones as a rapper because of how he just learned how to dissect the game and when he dropped. and he was coming out with the baddest motherfucking music, the best producers, trying to come on, man, let's talk. Like, we can't even put, it's not even equal. It's unequal. You know what I'm saying? Black Thought really don't have nothing to stand on when you talk about Jay-Z. Damien said the Blueprint 2 was better than Blueprint, but nobody will admit it. And a double disc. See, a double disc. Whereas Black Thought, one disc. You know, I'm sure he got albums out and all that. It just didn't hit as hard. You know how I'm saying? Underground. You could say he the best. He the Jay-Z of the underground. Now, that's what I would say about Black Thought. He the Jay-Z of the underground because he did put a lot in the game, and what he gave was needed. And on the underground level, he snapped. And I'm happy he did what he did because I was a fan of him for mad years. Flick Sean said, respectfully, it's over when I catch you. You know why. Hey, you need to do some. Hey, boy, you cold with your name, and then the way you got your words lined up. That's dope, boy. It sounds like you make movies, man. I want to see a movie on Tubi. Get that shit done. Let's flip back to the conversation. Hit the like button. Share the message. This your boy Yusef Two Times. We rocking. We talking about Jay-Z. 2 times 2 real. That's our podcast. Let's get back to it.
I'm getting
What I'm
to the
saying,
scale
but even even on that scale, Black Thought is better though.
Look, I'm gonna give you
Lyrically.
an analogy.
Yeah.
All right.
And he hates
A
analogy.
baseball analogy, and I hate it. No more Garcia Parra for the Baltimore Red for the Boston Red Sox. It doesn't matter. He was a dope ass shortstop. Okay.
Yeah.
At one time, they were saying he was better than Derek Jeter because he hit for more power than Jeter and everything, right? But as time went along, he couldn't keep up with Derek Jeter. You don't even hear about no more Garcia Parra. You know why? Because what Jeter did along the years overstands what he did. So if you hit 38 home runs and I hit 259 home runs, you're not as good. Okay? You can't tell me a man who you can't even name one freaking song. Not from the group, not from any solo mission. Give me a feature. Just name one. I name one of these motherfuckers.
I'm just saying when you cut it on, he's lyrically nice.
Better than somebody, you have to like the shit enough. You have to know a name. Give me a line.
No, you don't.
Give me a line.
You don't, Ash.
So
Hey, that's like proof. I mean, that's actually super proof. You know what I mean? It's like Jordan see the guy walk up to him, throw him to the basketball on a golf course. He take his cigar out of his mouth and he be like, "Hey, get security on this month. Get security." What the fuck you talking about? Play him in some basketball. He's not even gonna even think about it. You're not even at my level. Who are you? What is this? You know when that dude supposed to been showing up when Jordan was on the court, and before Jordan left the court, he said, "Hey, Mr. Jordan, I want to play you. I'm gonna be the next." Just like in a football, in a boxing ring. If you see the boxing ring dudes, they don't be at home saying that they're gonna fight next. They have to go down to the fight. They got to pay their money to get in. They got to get security to let them up front. They got to let dude to let him get up on the ropes or even stand where old boy finna walk past and then be like, "Hey, I'm fighting you next. I'm fighting you next." If my man, what's his name, wasn't even trying to battle Jay-Z. He never even looked at Jay-Z as a competition. Because if Black Thought looked at Jay-Z as competition, whereas Jay-Z looked at Nas as competition, that would have gave us a different element of hip hop, but it never existed. So it's like this fictitious movie that we gotta all look in our brains to exist, but you don't have a character with Black Thought. Is he the bad guy in the movie? Is he the good guy in the movie? Is he the homie? Is he the sidekick? Like, who is dude? That's the question. Like, who is dude? Like, you ain't dropped nothing. You ain't got nothing everybody going crazy about. Ain't nobody got no special song from you. It's like, bro, you know, you could have did something. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand it, man. But, it's just a crazy conversation. Pill said, you think his Pill, you think his worst album was his second album, The Kingdom Come. Damien, Blueprint Jay-Z was so crazy. And Damien said, Blueprint 2 was Jay-Z craziest yet slept on album. Pill said, oh yeah, never mind, didn't his second album like that. It's nothing better than the Blueprint though. The Marathon said, X is the greatest MC out of New York City. You know, they had New York always been like the legends of the game of hip hop. They always been the top flight. artists in the game that keep it going. Because if it wasn't for New York, it wouldn't have been able to travel to different states. So it's always been New York, and we always gonna have New York as our spot. You know what I'm saying? So hit the like button. I'm gonna get a little bit more of the message in real quick, y'all. Let's get to it.
So why do you know so much more Jay-Z shit?
You know,
because he's commercial?
Hold on, you know Rachel Ray, right? Rachel, she's a great cook.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm telling you because you got a cookbook.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm
Rachel Ray,
familiar with
amazing
Rachel.
cook.
Yeah.
You don't know one Anthony Bourdain dish, nigga, and he's one of the goats.
Okay, but
And you would say Anthony Bourdain could do better than Rachel Ray?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Crazy.
No, I won't. But see, that's what you would think. That's not where I come from. I don't think that he's better than her because of whatever. I don't think that. I have to taste his food, see what she's got going on. Longevity and shit means something.
Yeah. No,
Y'all take. So what I'm saying is,
but skill is a thing too.
The roots don't even have a Black Thought. Does not have enough material to be in the realm with Jay-Z.
Oh,
And that's it. That's it's like you could play that's bag fuel, man. You could play their video all day and hear the guy let it be known. It's no way you could put him in the same realm as Jay-Z. That's why it's the emotional element to it. It's blasphemy. If you listen to rap, you cannot take nothing from Black Thought. He is a fucking genius. Lyrically, on the Tonight Show every single day, freestyling, every commercial break, every time a fucking rapper or an artist or a singer or an actor, no matter what color they come out, he freestyling. It's crazy. That dude, boy, it's crazy that you're doing that. But when you see that rocking at that level and you know that that's Jay, it make you be like, hey man, what the hell is this guy doing, man? Stop disrespecting Jay-Z. From this point on, whatever the date is, Jay-Z is out the mix. He's not a part of the battles no more. He ain't top nothing no more. He already at the top of the game. He on Mount Rushmore rap. So he's cut. He's done. Just like Rakim, KRS-One, Scarface, you name them. The top, even LL Cool J. Like they're not. You can't. Ice-T. You can't put Big Daddy Kane. A lot of guys from the Wu-Tang, they're about to get to that point where you can't keep comparing them to everybody else that's rapping and all this. It just seemed illogical. They've done so much for the game and etched themselves into a stone that you can't be like, oh yeah, well what about what's the name compared to them? It's like, it's no way. I remember when you even hear the people say the top 5 NBA players, nobody say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Nobody even mentions the other guys that's even older than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the Oscar Robinsons, the whoever these guys' names were. They don't even talk about them. They don't even say Magic Johnson no more. They don't even say them names. So the people are talking about whoever today, the whoever. So it's almost, that's the same thing with Jay. He's done. Let that guy go back and sit back and gloat and sit back on the river or sit back on the ocean and be like, look what I gave to the music industry. I did hard work. I traveled. I did concerts. I even married a lady who now we still doing concerts and our kids is doing concerts. That's next level. They have basically given their life to music. So it's crazy to be like, yeah, somebody else better than you because, we debating over here about it. Get out of here. You can't stick to the regular debates. Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Stick to the regular debates. New York, California, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, the basic stuff. You cannot put Jay in none of them crazy battles no more. It's enough of that, man. The marathon continues, said, Damien, respectfully, bro, who's better? 2 platinum albums in 1 year. Never been done. Oh, that's he must be talking about X, right? Misdemeanor. Talking about some you muted. Jamie Jay-Z, Hovey Baby featuring Lil Kim, by far one of his greatest records lyrically, but he's got so many bangers and that aren't pop. Yeah, that's true. Misdemeanor. Jay-Z more like lazy. Mr. Trap. Jay-Z is on mine. I agree with the others on the list, man. Yeah, for fact, man. He definitely is. Hit the like button, share the message, y'all. Hit the like button, show some love. The Marathon said, the Clips album, bro, that old hip hop. Yeah, I've been hearing about that. I haven't actually bumped it all, but I've been hearing them, you know what I'm saying? And they about time they got back together and did what they was gonna be doing. And I'm happy for them too, because that's easy money for them. They still always gonna be dope rappers, and they need to continue to rhyme in it. And that's it, man. Pill Cosby said it's a different ball game today, though. Nobody don't have skills other than the select few. Yeah, it's always been like that. You just got to choose the people who you rock with. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna rock with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But whoever you rock with, that's who you need to rock with, and that's what I like about it today, man. So I'm finna jump up off this podcast, y'all. We went on ahead and went heavy-handed into it today. I appreciate y'all rocking with us on this podcast, 2 times 2 real. Y'all went heavy all the way in. I appreciate you, so y'all rocked all the way. At the end, I'm gonna have a click of the playlist right there. You can watch it again and look at it, and at the bottom part, you'll be able to hit the subscribe button and check us out on the next podcast, which I'm gonna try to do a lot more of these, man. Mr. Trap said Tupac had 2 platinum albums in the same year. Dude lied. The American said, easy, bro. Subscribe. Peace. I appreciate that, bro. Pill Cosby said, peace. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Have some fun out there tonight, man. We'll be right back at it with another podcast. Peace.